report by the Human Rights Federation, especially the suggestion that Burundi is on the brink of genocide and civil war?
First, Charles, let's remind the viewers that this organization has got enormous experience into predicting genocide. They did so in Rwanda. In 1993, they published a report where they were calling for the international community to act before it is too late. Unfortunately, what happened in Rwanda is a story to tell. Now, in Burundi, they have documented hundreds of cases of gross human rights violation where sometimes there were mass graves of people that have been killed just because they opposed the idea of the president to have a third term. Now, they have documented that there are thousands of people that have been killed already, and that in the detentions, sometimes detentions that are not even known in the country, hidden in the cells of the documentation of the country, people are being tortured every single day. We have refugees, thousands of them outside the country. Now, this report is just pleading now the international community, saying what they have seen in Burundi, it's not normal. It's leading straight forward to a genocide.
Right. Now, if all these human rights organizations have been suspended, UN and African Union experts expelled, how has the Federation of Human Rights Groups been able to gather first-hand information to complete this damning report?
It's quite interesting. You know, when people, the government is controlling the borders and looking into who is coming, who is not, actually, they get wrong when sometimes people come, because obviously the world is concerned, and there are people who can risk even their lives to just go and document what is going on.
And that is However, that's how they're getting this information.
That's how they get this information. But also, I have to mention that they worked with local NGO, especially the Ligi Teka, which is a leading human rights organization in Burundi.
And is all this repression and violence being committed by the government side alone? Because, I mean, it takes two to tango in a civil war, doesn't it?
Sure, but here we have a pressure from the international community telling Burundi government not to do the way it is doing. And it's kind of Burundian government is resisting the international community by committing more crimes. Here we don't have, you know, two sides that are fighting. The Burundi government is killing people, saying they are working with rebels, but we have never had any attack of rebels ever since this crisis started.
Right, okay, I'm just trying to understand how a civil war is going to take place, because it works, you know, with two sides fighting each other. Now, you talked to me earlier about the youth wing that's developing inside Burundi with new pictures and all that sort of thing. And for the first time, they're displaying their arms publicly. Tell me more about that. Those are the pictures we're looking at right now on our screens.
Sure. A bit of history to this. Burundi, when it ended the civil war in early 2000, we hoped that with all previous rebels coming into the government system, that there will not be other militia. But the government, what they did, the CNDD-FDD, which is the ruling party, when they integrated some of their former fighters into army, those who were not integrated stayed close to the party, and these are the ones that have been kept instrumentalized, and now they are being used. They have been to war. They know what it means. They can kill. They know the use of arms. Now they are being told, we have to take all this army and be in our hands so that you can get inside. So now, but that's not true. What they are being armed for is actually to kill those who will oppose.
Okay, now Emery, you run a news organization that reports almost exclusively on Burundi. How close do you think Burundi is to genocide and civil war?
Look, Burundi Daily, like any other international news paper, we have seen things that are not easy even to report. Now, what is happening, we believe, in March, there was an international conference on Burundi, and all experts of genocide and genocide scholar in March in Manchester said Burundi was heading to genocide. That was 7 months before. Now, we are very adamant that if the international community is not